Support for Radio Friends comes from Home Instead Senior Care, providing trustworthy, kind-hearted senior home care services in your loved one's home. All caregivers are thoroughly screened, extensively trained, professional, and reliable. Home Instead is all about providing the highest quality home care service to fit you and your family's needs. Plus, if you would be interested in becoming a caregiver, they offer great part-time positions. Give them a call at 573-442-4333 or check it out at homeinstead.com. Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Thursday, December the 6th. Pleasure to have you with us. Today we're talking about Talking Horse Productions to start with, and I've got Monica Palmer. Good to have you here, Monica.
Great to be here, Paul. Thanks.
Tell me about the Clever Little Lies. That's
yes,
the show?
That's the name of the show. This is the final production in the Talking Horse 2018 season.
Yeah.
And Clever Little Lies is the name, but it's really a lot more about truth and the power of truth and, you know, how we use it, what we reveal and what we share and what truth can do to relationships.
Yeah. So what is your part in this?
I'm the mom. My part is Alice, so it's a very small cast. It centers around Bill and Alice, who have been married for 30 plus years, and they have a son, Bill Jr., Billy, and he's newly married. They have a new baby, and he has some secrets in his marriage already starting to come up. And of course, parents, because our job is to help our children, right? Mm-hmm. That's why we have them, so we can help them. we try to fix the problems in their marriage. So. Yeah. That's kind of the premise of the show.
I like the fact that you said how important truth is.
Yes.
This is something that we need to deal with in this day and age.
Right.
The truth.
Yeah.
So how do you get that message across in the production?
Well, you know, it's a wonderful script. It reads more like a situation comedy, so there are a lot of laughs. It's like a sitcom, you know.
But it has a good moral to it.
Absolutely, and there are touching moments. You're going to come away really appreciating your family, and in all of its glory and not so glorious moments. You know, you're really going to have hopefully an appreciation, and you're going to be talking about the script because there are some curveballs that the script throws you, and you think it's going in one direction, and then all of a sudden, whoa, you go in a completely different direction. Mm-hmm. So it's a really...
Was it a hard show? Is it a hard show to do?
You know, I keep playing these women who talk as much as I do, and so memorizing the lines...
You got a lot of lines to memorize.
I have a lot of lines. My 6-year-old daughter opened up my script and saw all of the highlighting, and she was like, whoa, that's a lot of talking, Mom.
How do you memorize all this stuff?
Well, I record it, and I listen to it over and over, just like, you know how you memorize music. You don't ever like sit down and try to learn the lyrics to a song. You just play it on the radio enough and it just sticks in your head.
Right.
That's how I learn.
So that's
my
how
lines.
you memorize lines in a play.
And everybody does it differently. That's just my way. So.
Do you ever get to a point when you have really a lot of lines and maybe you've skipped a sentence and you've got to improvise a little bit?
Oh, sure. Yeah, you've got to do that. But you know what? I've been doing theater in Columbia for about 13 years, and I'm finally getting to work with some of the people that I've admired for a long time, like J.J. Musgrove and Dana Buckey. They're in the show, and they're experts at this. And Zach Allen is an up-and-coming star in theater here. And when you have a good team around you, even if you go up on a line and you find yourself in that deer in the headlights moment,
they can pick up.
They save you. That's why, you know, it's so great to have a family cast like we have in Clever Little Lies.
It's called Clever Little Lies.
Yes.
It's running when?
It runs December 7th through the 9th, the first weekend. So we have a Friday and Saturday evening and a Sunday matinee. And then we pick up the second weekend with the 13th through the 16th. And so we get a Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, and a Sunday matinee again.
Okay. Talking Horse Production. Thank you so much, Monica.
My pleasure.
Pleasure having you here. And if you want more information on this, the best thing to do is to go to the website. It's talkinghorseproductions.org. And you can find the dates. And can you buy tickets online, too?
Sure.
You can buy tickets online for Clever Little Lies. Okay? Talking Horse Production. Now, Mike Powell is with us. Good to have you here, Mike.
Thanks for having me, Paul.
The Greenbelt Land Trust of Mid-Missouri. Let's start out by explaining what is the Greenbelt Land Trust.
Well, what we are is a local conservation nonprofit, and I like to there's a great quote by Aldo Leopold where he talks about, we think of land as a commodity, and that leads us to abuse it. When we think of land as a community to which we belong, then we can engage with it in a healthy way. And so what we do is work to preserve the community to which we belong.
Yeah.
So we work with private and public landowners to protect agricultural land, natural areas, and just really the landscape of mid-Missouri.
I like what you said. When you think of land as a commodity, you abuse it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are abusing our land.
Absolutely. And we think of it as a commodity, a resource to be extracted from, and that leads us to treat it with a very short-term approach. And so what sort of the Conservancy or land trust movement is about, and what Greenbelt is about.
You're going back to the Native Americans and the Indians, because they were one with the land.
Yeah, it's about understanding that there's another great quote about, we don't own land, we borrow it from our children. And that's really what we're about, is thinking about what we're doing, how we're interacting with the community to which we belong in the long-term view. So not thinking, well, what's going to get me to my bottom line? How many deer, how much corn, how many vegetables can I grow in the next 18 months? It's, what is this going to look like? What are my kids going to be looking at in 10, 15, 30, 50, 100 years?
What is the most important thing that we can do as just human beings to help protect the land?
That's a big question. The most important thing you can do is ask good questions. There's so many wonderful resources here in mid-Missouri. We have a great Department of Conservation. We have organizations like Greenbelt and also others like the Columbia Center for Urban Agriculture. But the biggest thing is just don't treat the boundaries of your land like physical boundaries. The water, the land, the air doesn't care about where
the water flows through your land, and if you're doing something to abuse your land, flowing into the water, it's flowing into somebody else's, and it's through somebody else's land and ultimately into the ocean.
That's absolutely true, and that's true of almost everything. Deer cross property lines just as willingly as water and air do, and so and that goes for plants even too.
So will you go out and visit with people who own specific plots of land and discuss with them what they're doing right or wrong?
We provide some of that expertise. What we tend to do, the main thing we do, is protect the real estate itself. So we have properties that we own as nature preserves that are open to the public to various degrees of access. We also do what are called conservation easements, which enables the land to stay in private ownership, so the family farm stays a farm, stays in the family, but it has to remain a farm permanently. It can't be developed for residential or commercial use.
Okay. So that's something that may not set very well with maybe the heirs of the land if they have their sights on selling it and making cash.
Yeah, well, we always tell people when a landowner approaches us, talk to your kids. If whatever you're doing with the land, talk to whoever's going to have it after you, because their opinion matters too.
Right. Okay. If people want more information about the Greenbelt Land Trust of Mid-Missouri, what can they do? How do they go about getting it?
They can find us online at greenbeltmissouri.org, or just search for Greenbelt Missouri on any social media or what have you. Or we're participating in Como Gives this month, so if they're at comogives.com,
they can make a donation.
They can make a donation, and they can find their way to our website.
Okay.
From there
So
too.
look for Greenbelt Land Trust of Mid-Missouri. All right, Mike Powell, thank you so much. Please come back again.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
All right, something you'd like to hear or see, drop me an email, pepperp@missouri.edu. Bye-bye.